plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That's fielded in the end zone. Who with a juke? Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to
He's
take
back.
over. Last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Nick Perry able to get him for a loss of about 3. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions.
He has the same record as you.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively.
Bro, he's going to make the playoffs.
That led to the sack. On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
But I just think you could have won.
They've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense.
They'll
be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking
he's going in right
take
now.
That away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
Ooh, Bridgewater?
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Rolling to his right. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Please don't do it.
Now a first down carry. It's Lacey. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Some runs are blocked so well,
forget
you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front.
Shake it like a salt shaker.
They run it again with Lacey. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
2nd and 1 is often an
invitation like a salt
to
shaker.
shot downfield. The offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and we'll still get the first down." They love being physical.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
$49-14 for the 19 or oh my god!
Now they'll throw with Rodgers.
Oh my god!
The completion. Call it a gain of 13 yards
on
the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in,
Please tell me why you always think.
And it looks like we've got a guy set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive.
Hey!
No need to be
Buddha, look on the bright side, bro. Only 37 weeks remain.
Pick up the first down.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Time to step aside. We'll come back to Miami after this.
Is your well, what happened? Your right outside linebacker out 24 weeks.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Carlo
The slot
JG.
man in motion right.
Please tell me why it was it. Please tell me why it was it.
They stay on the ground on first down with Lacey. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense. They were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. And how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lot of
Amari Cooper and Khalil Mack injured.
At the 31-yard
Oh,
line.
man. Khalil Mack out 7 weeks and a Cooper out for 4 weeks. Ouch. Yeah.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Yeah.
Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense
7 weeks.
They're kind of played into their hands.
Jimmy Graham out 4 weeks. Jermaine Kearse out 8 weeks. Ouch.
What? Oh my.
Ouch.
And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back
Please tell me why you always say
just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to... And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers.
Maybe.
It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
55. Yep. I just want to get to the game where it's the battle of the best 2 defenses and it's 2 leading rushing teams. Right.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Cameron, the man in motion. On second down, here's Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one deep right.
And Charlie.
And all the way down to the 36-yard line.
John are the only teams with under 1,000 yards.
And even 40 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. In motion left here, Landry. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. Steps away to his
Joe
left.
is in second in giveaways.
Complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left.
Ty leads the league in fumbles
lost. You've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
Off play action, Tannehill finding time. He's going to look deep down the field. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
Cameron, the man in motion. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. To the air again, Tannehill. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And now the Packers going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Here we go on 4th. Tannehill. It's complete to Grant. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Field goal unit not out there. They won 6 before halftime.
Yo, he picks everybody other team.
The final shot here before the break. Tannehill.
But he has Odell.
Come on, man. Fuck.
Dolphins. Their dangerous wide receiver as time expires in the first half.
So Jiffy uses the Giants against you, so that makes you want to use the Giants.
Well, certainly they haven't had the ideal first half, but there's some momentum for them to take into halftime.
Yeah, and it might not be that wild momentum, you know, that you see sometimes where they
after seeing what Johnny did with Le'Veon Bell in the league, he always picked the Steelers.
But it does give them a better feeling about themselves and what they can accomplish in the second half.
But do you know what the problem is? You got bad internet.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action.
You gotta
here
fix
in
your
quarter
internet.
number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out.
Well, that is so good.
Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there.
I'll try to Easter egg by myself.
We need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading.
Wait, hold on.
What they're doing, and on that
Will got a safety.
Just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Julius Peppers coming
Why are
in
you
and
stalking my
grabbing for a
name?
loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down.
Huh? I am bummed. As long as you don't freak out. Nope.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Hey, Mike.
They are going for it. It's Tannehill. Under pressure, they got him again. Mike Daniels in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last drive, they were in field.
Buddha, once you fix your internet, all will fall into place.
Change the mentality this go around.
I don't think it changes much for the head coach.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
That is caught.
Or he's just better than you.
And out of bounds, just shy of the end zone at the 1. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out and ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
2 minutes left in the third.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
I don't know, Pop.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. He's got
trying to get the OD scattering for
the receiver, and he's brought down. Mario Williams in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers looking for someone to throw to. And that is incomplete.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
And Crosby puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Boy, he came in off the edge so quickly there.
Look out, because that's exactly what it was being shouted by the offensive lineman to his quarterback because he had no chance to block him.
Yo, simmer down, Buddha. It's not that serious.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Tannehill now on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sam Shields. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a gain of 7, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And how about the dime look here? 6 DBs on 3rd and inches.
Daring them to run the ball.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I don't know about you, but I like this call.
Wow.
3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Now
Sue
this
them
time,
for what?
Rodgers will throw. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be
Can't
the final
sue someone
play
for
of
that.
this 3rd quarter. Back now in Miami. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. He'll set up the screen to Lacey. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it
Playing
at the
FIFA
44. Give him 7 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
This game's almost over.
Still in search of the first down after that last completion. And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop him on 3rd down. In motion comes the tight end left. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And
come on, Jordy.
Made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Oh, my God!
Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. And the Dolphins' offense now ready to go back out on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Pass incomplete. Jordan Cameron is tight end, the intended receiver, and it'll be 3rd and 10. Defense has set themselves up nicely. 3rd and 10 now. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He goes underneath the Drake. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Cameron, the man in motion. Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And Cameron has it over the middle. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Now a 10th carry here for Lacey. Oh, what a move. Stays on his feet. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. 2 yards to go here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Lacey. And the second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. Eddie Lacey, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers add on to their lead. Rodgers will throw for it.
Yes, you do. All the time.
He is into the end zone.
That's a lie.
Bump the lead up 2 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he reconsidered here. It'll cost him 10 yards now with a new rule as he's down at the 15-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. He's going to air one out. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
And he's brought down after a good game. A good pickup there of 20 yards. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now a play fake here on
solo Easter egg time. Because you joined the share play.
Kenny Stills, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
And when
If
all
joining
else
share play
fails as a
suspends your
defender, when you're
application.
not there
So.
in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken
Solo
by the
Easter egg
offense.
time.
Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Back to the air, Tannehill on 2nd down.
Even your internet is even affecting your
We
mic
just saw
now.
another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game.
That's your internet.
Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to cut. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer
Buddha, you ready?
Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time
James.
again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
You ready?
It's so difficult to determine how many times
I got
is
2
too
minutes
many
left.
because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
Throwing now is Rodgers. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for 2?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
And out come the Dolphins now.
No.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Tannehill. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he's brought down. He got 8.
Play action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
They send Stills in motion. They go play action here on first down. Steps away. This is caught. The tight end Cameron. And he's brought down after a good game. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. He's got time in the pocket. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now it's Tannehill. And Cameron has it over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And they're going to speed things up here. Again, Tannehill. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
I'm not sure we can spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Desperation time for Tannehill on 4th down. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They come into enemy territory, and I don't care what the matchup is in the National Football League. You're up like this late in the game on the road. Now look out. Rodgers lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And a coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Damian Williams punching it in from a yard away. Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. On the return, this is Micah Hyde. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They have the big cushion here in the final stages of this one. I don't know if there's any better feeling than being up big on the road.
There really can't be, because for a team to go on the road and win in the NFL, that's huge to begin with. But just think about all the preparation that went into it.
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Jelani Jenkins coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. Rodgers throwing here. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Oh.
The play fake to start. Now Rodgers surveying the field. It got his man complete. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 42 yards.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
But right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big. One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight.
Nah, when his internet's starting up, you got that dial-up noise, that loud ass.
It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what?
Windows
They
94
took a shot.
shit.
How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Byron Maxwell. Charles, so you win the game. Not only do you get the W in the left-hand column, you get some momentum for the coming week.
Now when you go into the week and you're telling the guys what mistakes have